The land-based pre-apprenticeship scheme programme is delivered by Ringlink in partnership with Lantra Scotland and SRUC and is funded by Scottish Government. On this week's FAS TV, we're in the heart of Speyside on Glenrinnes Estate, a 6,000-acre organic and sporting estate. We hear from estate manager Alister Laing, a mentor for the programme. And Luke, who's just completed his apprenticeship at Glenrinnes, shares his experiences of the programme and what it's done for him. We also learn more about the apprenticeship programme from Ringlink's Grant Ireland, with applications for the summer intake currently still open to applicants.
My name is Alister Laing. I'm the estate manager here at Glenrinnes. We're a 6,000-acre organic estate. Been organic for 25-30 years, and we have numerous enterprises on the estate. We run a herd of 160 suckler cows, mainly native breeds. Majority are calving in the spring with some back-end calvers. All the calves are sold off their mothers at 7-month-old to an organic finisher. In addition, we have around 1,400 breeding ewes, split between blackface and mules, where we breed our own replacements, and then we take all the rest of the lambs through to finishing, sold fat through ABP. In 2019, we started a deer herd here at Glenrinnes. We managed to catch some deer from off the hill and started up, and we're currently sitting with about 350 breeding hinds. I've been involved in Glenrinnes for numerous years, and I came on here full-time about 8 years ago. And as many organic farmers know, the biggest burden we've got is the price of proteins. So one of the things we're trying to do is make use of the grassland here. And over the past few years, the grass has been run down, so we've decided to try and replenish the grass and produce in a better sward. So we're looking at different tetraploids, Italian ryegrass. But in order for grass to grow, we have to make sure that we lime it and make sure the nutrients are right. Yeah, as I said, I think one of the things with organics is the cost of protein. You know, with soya being so expensive and being not so desirable to finish. We've looked at the grassland here, and many of the grassland here is over 20-30-year-old. It's been a good lay, but it's getting more fescues in it, more kind of other non-productive species. So we've gone with some reseeding, direct reseeding. We've also gone with kale, rape and barley to try and bring the grassland back in. The GPS soil analysis is something we started 2 years ago. Lime's expensive, so we've tried to soil sample the whole place to ensure that we just targeted the nutrients at the right level in the right places. We used the grant scheme in order to do that, and the sustainable grant scheme, and we've been doing it for the last 3 years, and our lime spreading has more than paid for the cost of this analysis. I think one of the things we've done with grassland is it made it work harder for itself, and we've made sure that we can take the grass earlier, get a first cut, D-values right in a high protein content, but again we're just trying to do that. That then allows us to take a second cut for all the livestock that we've got on the estate. We're introducing this year some arable silage with peas and barley, which will also help produce a high protein silage. Back in 2019, we had a lot of wild deer coming onto the estate and grazing the ground. And as anyone knows, deer can graze and take a big amount of grass off the estate. So what I decided we'd do is, in conjunction with our forester, design a forestry scheme to fence off some areas and plant new woodland in conjunction with creating this new deer farm. So before we had finished fencing, the deer came in that were hefted, and we caught 250 wild deer off the neighbouring hills. That was the main start to the deer farm, and that's how we started to grow. We introduced bigger, higher yielding, meat yielding stags, which brought it up slightly, but also we needed to change the breeds of the hinds. So we've been buying in, but also breeding our own, and we've managed to get our hinds to the right condition that we want and to produce the calf and the meat. It's just like any other livestock enterprise. You need to get the right dam and the right sire to produce the right product that the market wants. We're currently selling our livestock through Dovecot Park. All our deer goes away fat. They go on the lorry alive, and they're usually about 18 months old. So we're producing a product that is young, tender and well looked after. So farm venison is not the same stigma as wild venison, but it's well looked after, it's treated well and it's humanely killed. So price volatility has been in the deer as well. We've had a bit of a dip in the price, but we've finally got a more increase in the price, with pricing going up to about over the £7, and that's been guaranteed for the next 3 years. So that's put a bit more stability in the market. We've had some great prices with our lambs, great prices with our cattle, but again, just like any industry, the volatility is high. So, but on Glenrinnes, we like the balance what we've got. So we've got the balance of the cattle, the sheep and the deer brings this added benefit to the system. We've been involved with the Ringlink land apprenticeship scheme for the last 4 years, and it really originated from a local girl in the area that wanted to do something in agriculture and didn't want to go to college, so she signed up to the scheme and we were asked to become a mentor for her. And we've been now, as I say, this is our 4th year we've been doing it. It's a great way, it's for 6 months. They're paid and trained via Ringlink, and it brings this youth onto the farm and helps with the training. I think it's vital that we do this to add new blood into the industry. So as I say, Luke's the 4th student that we've had on the place. One of the things we had a bit of reservation was, they all say he's not from a farming background, but Luke's been great. He's come on here keen, eager to learn and very good at what he does. One thing he's done, he's probably restored my faith in youth. You know, he's polite, very well mannered, which is a big thing, and takes instruction quite easily, not always wanting to do the best job, willing to turn his hand to anything and get on with it. And he really has turned out a great person and a young lad, and he's hopefully going to move on to something better in his career. This scheme is very important for the industry because it gives people an opportunity, not only people from farming background, but more importantly people from non-farming background, the opportunity to get into the industry. It's on a 6-month tester. They can test themselves to see if it's a career for them before they go further. And it's a stepping board to the modern apprenticeship, which we have convinced Luke to go on and do in the future. Yeah, we're very proud that Luke's been nominated for the award through Lantra. I think it's a credit to himself for what he's done and his ability and how he's behaved here. You know, it's what, as I said earlier, having someone as keen and dedicated to learn and willing to do any job, it's been great. And also not be on his phone constantly.
My name's Luke, I'm 17 and I got involved with the land-based pre-apprenticeship by seeing an advert on Facebook where my family keep the horses. I got quite involved in the farming side of things, doing little jobs like strimming and painting fences. Gradually grew up to helping the farmers with livestock, so moving sheep, moving cattle, tagging cattle, and eventually I was out and helped doing tractor work. I quite liked working with machinery and livestock, so I thought I'll have a look. Found the pre-apprenticeship app on the advert on Facebook. Applied for it, got the interview, and that's how it kind of went further, and that's where I am now. Well, obviously my placement is Glenrinnes Farming and Sporting Estate in Dufton. I do quite a wide variety of jobs. A special job is the deer. It's one of my main tasks, which is feeding the deer, so feeding them with a snacker, we're feeding them barley, feeding them silage bales during the winter. Other tasks with the deer, taking them in, scanning them for their calves, taking them in for weighing them, for putting them away for meat. Lambs are the same. I do a lot of sheep work as well, so taking sheep in and weighing sheep, dozing sheep, lambing obviously it's coming up, it's a busy time of year. Cattle as well, calving obviously just now as well, feeding cattle, bedding cattle, taking cattle for tags, do quite a bit of tractor work as well, so topping, harrowing, rolling, just field maintenance. Another task I've helped with quite a lot during work would be helping the sporting side of things, with beating with the keepers, for the gamekeepers for their shoots. Got a chance to be on a shoot at the end of the season, so it's quite a wide variety of jobs I get to do. Well, Alister, when I had my interview, Alister was absolutely phenomenal. He asked loads of questions, he took us, me and my parents around for a tour around the whole farm, told us plenty of things, we asked plenty of things, and since I've been here I really can't fault Alister. He's been absolutely fantastic with helping me because I don't come from a farming background. So this is all a new thing to me, but he's been absolutely fantastic, helping me in the days where I've maybe not gone so well, and the days praising me when I've done good. Again, Alister gives me a good variety of tasks. The apprenticeship scheme has been good for me because it's got me outside. Obviously I like livestock, machinery, outdoors, and obviously farming is quite a lot of that. It's changed me as a person as well. I'm finding myself being more resilient and honest. Encourages me to get out of bed in the morning, something to do, makes me feel like I've got more of a purpose. So the Lantra Awards came as quite a shock to me. I never actually knew I got nominated for it. It was my boss phoned me and said, "You've been nominated for an award," and I went through my emails and found it. It came to quite a shock because, well, I just come to work and do the best I can every day, ask for help when I need it. I do feel honoured to be voted for it. It's obviously quite a big award in the farming industry. There's a lot of big names going to be there, there's a lot of people going to be there. I've never been nominated for something like this, so it's something new. So moving on to my full modern apprenticeship, Alister, my mentor, offered to keep me on for another year to do my full modern apprenticeship with SRUC. Started that a couple of months ago. It's like the land-based apprenticeship, it's just a lot bigger and a lot better. And the biggest goal in the end is want to go to abroad, New Zealand, to do contract, and that's what I want to do. I would say the apprenticeship scheme definitely helps you. They give you plenty of options, and once you finish your pre-apprenticeship, you can always go back to them in a couple of years' time when you're wanting to look for something bigger, and they'll help you. That's another reason I'm wanting to do it, because they'll help me in with financially and just physically helping me be able to get over across New Broad. Advice I'd give to anyone for wanting to join the pre-apprenticeship scheme would be you don't have to have experience. Don't be worried about making mistakes. I've made plenty since I'm here. You've learned from them, you rise above them, and you just get on with it. Not having experience is a big thing because I don't come from a farm background. Now I'm working on a massive estate doing a wide variety of jobs, and it's a job that I love. Anyone who's not got a background in farming, I'd definitely say don't be worried about making mistakes. Don't be worried about the lack of your knowledge or experience being an impact on it. I came here and everyone here, even all the other farmers, have been absolutely phenomenal, helping me, teaching me everything and everything we do, talking me through it. And again, when I make mistakes, they're just, right, we'll go do it again, we'll do it a different way. And they're really good that way. The agriculture industry is such a rewarding industry. You get to play about in tractors, but it's a lot more deeper than that. You're helping your community and, well, your nation at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, you put food on the plates, so.
I am the General Manager for Ringlink Scotland. I look after the core commodities and labour aspects of the business. The land-based pre-apprenticeship scheme is our way of getting 16 to 21-year-olds into agriculture and land-based industries. It's a certified course. It lasts for 6 months and young people go into placement with a mentor. They have induction training and they do certified courses to help them along the way. So the scheme has developed greatly in the last few years. It's come on a long way. In the last year we've had about 40 participants taking place. Over 50% of that are not from an agricultural background. We're screaming out for a workforce. So this is young people coming into industry, looking for a start, and this is a great way to help them along. So if anyone wants to get involved in the pre-apprenticeship scheme, if anyone wants to take part, we're always looking for mentors. Ideally, mentors have to be within 10 to 15 mile radius of a young person who wants to take on the placement. Young people get involved, they can go on our website and learn more about it, the Ringlink Scotland website. We go to careers events at schools, we go to careers day at schools, or just get in touch with our Ringlink office and they'll keep you right. So working in collaboration with SRUC at Crabeston, the young people go on a 1-week induction course. They'll cover things like basic health and safety, basic skills. It includes a 3-day tractor course, a 3-day telehandler course, and get them set up for life on farm for their placement. That's a 1-week residential course, so they all go at the same time and they get a bit of socialising as well, get to know each other, and we find that they generally keep in touch with each other as the placement goes on. So we treat the placement as a proper job. We treat it as a job interview. They have to come for a start, and if they're too far away they can do it via Teams or Zoom. But we like them to come down and sit in front of us. We ask them about themselves, why they want to get involved in agriculture, why they want to get involved with the scheme. We then try and find a mentor, like I say, within 10 to 15 mile radius of where they live, because as a general rule, they don't have a driving licence, or they've got to rely on taxi of mum and dad, or push bike or public service, so it makes it a lot easier. Ideally, they'll tell us what their interests are, so if they want to work with sheep, if they want to work with cattle, drive tractors, we'll try and line them up with a placement. We've got about 4,000 members, so we'll do our best to find someone within that radius that is looking for a young person to help them, short of staff, or wants to give a young person a chance, really. The placement lasts 6 months. So the young person is employed by Ringlink Scotland. In that time, we take care of all the paperwork side of it, and at the end of the 6th month, they can go on and do a modern apprenticeship through SRUC. We have 2 intake times through the year, a winter and a summer. So the winter starts in January and the summer starts in June/July. So they do their week induction at Crofts first, and then they go on to their mentor farm for 6 months. During that 6 months, we'll check in with them fairly regularly to make sure how they're getting on, not just the young person, but the mentor as well, to make sure everyone's happy and everything's going well. At the end of the 6-month placement, there are a few choices. Ideally, the young person will stay where they are on the farm that they're working on. That equates for about 50% of them end up getting kept on and do the modern apprenticeship. Around 33% decide that they want to go on and do further education, go to places like Crofts or university. Roughly 17% have given it a bash and decide agriculture's not for them, which is fair enough. But yeah, 50% stay on farm where they're working and continue on to do the modern apprenticeship. The pre-apprenticeship programme is a great way for young people to get involved in agriculture or the land-based industries. It gives them a 6-month placement where they earn and learn and get certified courses, certified training. They come away with some genuine tickets at the end of the day, some genuine life experience. It's a phenomenal way to get involved in agriculture, which people are finding difficult these days. And as an industry, we do need young people. So it's great to have a scheme like this, and it's great to be getting young people involved in it. The scheme is vitally important for the industry. We are screaming out for a workforce, and we're screaming out for a trained workforce as well. People with skills, people that will get on and do the job, people that will then go on and give education a go. We've got great success stories of the programme where people who were trainees did placements, and they're now managers of places, and now they're taking on pre-apprentices to give something back. It's a huge success story. I would encourage anyone to be getting involved in agriculture or land-based industries. A phenomenal workplace. It's not just a job, it's a career. The social side of it is excellent. The job opportunities are brilliant. Give us a look up, have a look at the pre-apprenticeship scheme if you're struggling to get involved in agriculture. Phenomenal workplace to be involved in. No matter what your background, the pre-apprenticeship scheme will give you an opportunity within agriculture and land-based. It's great to see young people like Luke coming forward, who's not from an agricultural background. He's getting a real shot at it, and he's getting kept on where he is. He's done a phenomenal job, and there's many more like him. We do need more placements come forward. We do need more farmers, more mentors to take people on and give them a chance. At the end of the day, everyone needs a chance, and we've got young people just looking for that chance. We have mentors offering placements to young people, all different shapes and sizes of business, right down from one-man bands right up to large farms. There's pig farms, there's red deer, what Luke's been working with, there's arable, cattle, sheep, potatoes, the whole shooting match. We do need them, and no business is too big or too small to take on a young person, give them a chance. If you need a hand for 6 months, this scheme's perfect. And it can progress on to much more than that. Like I say, just give a young person a chance. There is no business too big or too small to be not considering it. Our next intake for pre-apprentices starts in the summer. If you would be interested in taking part in it, go to our website, the Ringlink Scotland website, or give one of the local offices a call. We do a lot of career events at schools, careers evenings, career days. I was speaking to a classroom last week of school kids that want to get involved in agriculture. On the other hand, on the other side, we do need mentors, so if you are interested in giving a young person a shot, please give your local office a shout and have a chat.
If you're interested in the pre-apprenticeship programme either as an apprentice or as a mentor, then scan the QR code on screen now or follow the link in the description.